I want to write a programming language. Um, this is just going to be practice for when I want to write an actual programming language, but for now we're just going to write a version of BASIC. So I have a little to-do list. We're just going to go through each of these one by one. First thing we need to do is loop over the lines of the file. So, we're going to need a string. Yeah, we're going to need the file as a string. Going to need to split it up into lines and then just read them and then run some read command function. Alright, let's do that. Okay, that was much easier than I thought, just split at the line. Now we need to loop through them, so let's do that. Okay, so Clippy is warning me here. Lines.getI.unwrap.toString is it's very inefficient for references to references of strings. We're not going to worry about that right now. Oh, we also need to... Okay, so let me illustrate this. Okay, so let's say we have a label here and we need to go to that label. We need a way to say go to that label, so we'll need to change I somehow. So what we can do is we can have an option, and this will have to be a usize. And then, okay. So if let sum line equal that, then I equals 1. There, perfect. Let's have this return none for the time being. And then let me explain what's going on here. So I is the current line. We should name this to current line, since this is kind of an important variable. And I was an idiot and didn't use the name symbol. Okay. So it's going to increment the current line after each line, and during each line, it's going to what? Oh, current line. It's going to run the line, and if it is a jump and we make the jump, then it's going to set the current line to the label that we jumped to. Great. Okay, so we can cross out this. What's next? Add commands. Okay, so next thing we need is a list of commands. First, let me push loop over the lines of a program. Okay, so now we need a list of commands. Okay, so the first thing I can think of off the top of my head are arithmetic commands. So those are your basic stuff like add, multiply, subtract, divide, modulo. Oh, we should take into account parameters. So this will be the location of, then this will be the first operand, so op1 and op2, and then the same for the rest of these. So now we need to do variables. So we need to be able to declare variables and read them maybe? So decal, the name of the variable, and then the type. So let's see, now we need another file to tell us what types there are, but we'll figure that out later. What other commands do we need? We need string commands, and then logical commands. Okay, so let's deal with Boolean commands, I guess. Let's see, so we got and, which these are going to be like the same. We have or, XOR, not. Any other ones? Could have like a nor or a NAND. But let's not worry about that. This is supposed to be simple. Okay, then we need, okay, so now we need control flow. So, control flow. So, first of all, we need label. So, label, name. And then we need jump to name. So, well, label name, I guess. So, label. Now we need, okay, jump if equal. So the label name and then op1, op2. Jump if not equal. Jump if greater than. And jump if less than. Strings. Alright, let's see. So we need a print. So print string. We need input. So input location. That's where the input, the variable that the input is going to be sent to. We need concat, which will concatenate two strings. This should be location. Okay, now what? We need slice. Actually, these ones would work very well for arrays. Right, new rule, so new plan. Strings are just arrays of characters, and then we'll have separate, what am I doing? Array command. So concat, slice, location, start, and end. What else do we need? We need the length. So that's going to be location, and then the array. We also need to be able to convert strings to integers. So location, and then the string to convert. And then we should also do that with floats. Location, string. I think this is pretty good. Now let's move on to types. So let's see. Types. So this is going to be pretty simple. So we have int, which is going to be the equivalent of a usize in Rust. Float, which is going to be the equivalent of an fsize. Fsizes do exist, right? I've never used them. We have characters. It's just going to be should characters be bytes or 1 byte or 4 bytes? No, it's screw it. It's going to be the equivalent of a character in Rust, which is 4 bytes. Boolean, it's going to be a bool. Actually, let's shorten these both down to bool. So those are all of our primitives, and then we can, of course, have arrays, which is the equivalent of a vector of that thing. Alright. Should we allow vectors of vectors? Should be pretty simple to implement, because you just count the number of brackets, vec, t. So now we need a memory table. So how is this going to work? I don't want to have a static hash map of all of the variables. Okay, so idea. We have a struct called program, and then all of these are going to be methods of the program structure. Then the program will contain one, the file, I guess, as a string, and then all the variables, which will be hash map of strings and an enum that we need to create. Enum variable. So it can either be an int, so it'll have to contain a usize, floats, contain an fsize. Okay, I don't think that was a thing. That would be kind of useful. Let's go with F32. No, let's screw it. Insert U32s. Actually, they should be I32s. You know what? Let's make a new type called natural. Make those U32s. Okay, so now we just do natural, just a U32, I32, F32. That way it can run on pretty much every computer. So we have floats now, we need char, which is just going to be contain a character, and then we have list, which is going to contain a vector, variables, variable, and we need to import hash map, standard collections, hash map. This means we could also move current line into the struct, and then not have to worry about that. Usize. So self.current line. So this is gonna have to be mutable, I guess. But self current line self just, we can get rid of all this. And for some reason I'm getting an error here. Oh, because self, right, we don't need a let statement there. Self current line plus equal 1. Self current line. Boom. I like this. Of course, we can get rid of the return type on here, which also means we don't need this. I fixed the inefficiency by dereferencing the string, so that's fixed. I don't know how command is going to work. What if we create an enum for all the commands, and then we have the enum implement a constructor that reads it from a line and gets all the stuff that we need. Cool. Alright, this seems okay, I guess. There's a lot, but we'll be okay. Alright, now we need a constructor. So commands open from line string self. Something I just realized is that all of these have parameters, so we're gonna need to deal with that. Okay. So let's see. Add. You know, I just realized we need another command. That'll be, let's say set name and then some literal value. Now the real problem comes is when somebody uses literals for add, subtract, multiply, divide, etc. That could be a problem. I could just ban the use of literals except for in sets, but that would be rather rude. For most of these I could probably easily parse them, but for now we're just gonna not have literals. That seems okay for now. Maybe eventually these won't all be strings, but for now they're all going to be string. I wonder what the size of command is under this implementation. Done. New size of how does this work again? And I think it has to be standard. These are all warnings. 80. So the size of one of these is 80 commands. I mean 80 bytes. Because some of them have 3 strings. That's a problem. Wait a minute, if the size of a string is 24, 3 times 24 is 76, right? Where did the other 4 bytes come from? Like, I don't think... There are much less than 256 commands here. Maybe it's some sort of padding thing, but I assume that the number is, that represents one of these. They're using a 4-byte number for whatever reason. So how should comments work? I think what we're gonna do is something like, where add 1 and 5, even though those are invalid under the current implementation. And then anything after that is just ignored. This is comments. And then if, like, this is obviously invalid as a command, so we just ignore that line. Doesn't exist. So something like that, I guess. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is split the line up by white space. So parameters, not parameters. So the command is going to be the first argument, I guess. So parameters dot get 0 dot unwrap. Actually, I'm wondering if it would be more efficient to have like an unparsed command. And then we don't know how many things there are. Okay, I know what we need. We need a hash map that has all of the commands and the number of parameters that they're supposed to have. Alright, how do we do that? So we'll need a list of parameters, and it will be vector of strings. And the reason why this is going to be an option is because it might be a comment. I think we want a constant function that generates the hash map. So we'll need that somehow. Let's see. Okay, so let's go here. Const fn command map command parameter num map. Hash map. It's gonna be string and u8. I cannot believe I was using spaces this entire time. I am definitely taking a break after this, not gonna lie. I screwed it up. Most of these should be 3, not 2. Last ones. Slice should definitely be 4, which brings the size of this unparsed gloriness to, like, I don't even know. 104, that's the number I was looking for. So the unparsed command struct has a size of, minimum size of 48, but that is the minimum, and maximum is probably actually a little bit greater than 104, but it'll do. Let's see, if these are non-variable names, contains key, no. Okay, actually there's a pretty simple solution here. There. Alright, needed to resort to lifetimes to get this to work. You're telling me I can't have a mutable hash map in a constant function? What if I just clone this? Nope, that doesn't work. What if I clone this? if I clone both? What did I just do? No. Okay, that took forever. And now I have a bunch of warnings from Clippy. Do I want this to be include? How is this gonna work? Okay, so this is the first, this is the second, third, fourth. Actually, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we stop at 3. And the number of parameters is 3, so we do this. Perfect. Alright, what do we need? So I think all the locations need to be references to variables. Then subtract, multiply. So these should all be numbers. What are we doing? We could use references with fancy lifetimes. I literally just realized that I forgot to make a bool type. Alright, let's just see if we can create a get variable. So get fn get not gonna lie, I honestly expected I would need lifetimes here. I'm gonna need a var type. Instead of making a new literal type, we can literally just reuse variable. Great, where are we gonna get a label from? How about struct label with like a U size or something? I don't know. You know what? I'm making the decision to remove the concatenate command because it can be replaced with the add command. Wonder if we should use a generic so that all the types are the same type. Some of these are gonna specifically require numbers. So, let's see, there's 3 types of numbers that I can probably add in character and boolean if I want to. At the very least, this has to be a number, and these both have to be numbers. And this also has to be a number. What did I just do? Basically, a number is anything that's not a list. Okay, so I feel like these logical comparisons very obviously need to be the same type. I wish there was some way we could limit the t to stuff that's like a number, but like can't implement, right? And to nat2 and to float, those actually have to be strings. Slice. So now, oh, right. So now we got the size from 104 down to 48, which is not bad. Let's see here now, we can get a variable. Next on our list is to get a number. We're probably going to want a constructor for number. Character should be converted to byte. Never mind. Characters are no longer valid numbers. No, let's screw up Boolean. Wait, no, we need Booleans, don't we? Because where is it? Here. Yeah, and or XOR, those need to work with Booleans somehow. No, we'll just do it like this. B, and then if it's a list, we panic. Now we need, apparently, a var that doesn't require mutable self. Self.vars.get name.unwrap found. I don't know. That shouldn't work. Let's just make it return that there. There. I just realized we went through all the trouble of making booleans work, and since they're generic types, we don't need that. Bye. Good enough. Alright, so now we need to get boolvar. We're using a lot of panic. I didn't even think about labels. How about this? So we have the labels, which is a hash map, which contains a string and a label. Some of these actually need to be strings, so we need a get strvar. How are we supposed to verify every single one of these as a character? Alright, so here's the plan. Give it a string. We have a string type. And we do the same thing here. String. Boom, problem solved. Problem schmoblem. Last thing we need is, do we really need a list? It should be vac. No, wait, hold on. These should be variables. There. Better. Just realized now that we need an index. U32. I might just hit the world record for slowest programming language ever, but I think I got all I can get stuff from variables, yay. I just kind of realized I'm kind of doing steps 2 and 3 at the same time here, so let's just focus on 2 for now, and then we'll worry about 3. Ooh dear, that's gonna be a lot to do. This is gonna be very complicated. Gotta be careful to clone everything, unless you get side effects. Excuse me while I paddle different numbers. One command down. I really don't like the way I did concatenation here. Maybe I'll add back concatenation later. Just test this. Okay, so it's giving me that. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. I just realized I already did step 4, so... No, actually should move these around. Do it, and then... There. I'll put in air command +1 to complete it. How am I supposed to declare that? Okay, actually, so that's too bad. Problems are Jackal, declare, and freeze. They don't have access to the. Okay, here's an idea. Make that call command response. It has 3 values. It's either declare with a string and a var type, free, or it is and then jump, and that's going to be a new size. Cool. Let's see. So, these 2 parameters. So So I'll return. Let me give it declare string var type. That was the easiest thing. Oh wait. Var type. This is going to be difficult. Wait, hold on. Okay, so location is a variable, mutable variable. Literal, which is mutable. It's also a mutable. No, it's not a variable. I can already foresee a couple of features that I'm going to be doing first. Okay. And for free, it's actually not too bad. Command response, free location. Now I need a way to compare variables. Please don't make fun of me for this. Oh my god, I put it through stuff. I do it. Jump, table, else, no jump. Alright,
What you doing with me?
I implemented these first. I could use them. I only just
Come out wherever you are. So lost
I'm burnt.
in your sea, giving for my touch, for my taste, for my lost. Never felt away with me. Just once that all I need.
Let's take a bit. Let's do that. That should be easy. Why didn't I make this a match business? I am. I haven't touched it in so long. I'll just do that here. Move that there. Happy now? Okay. Now we need to parse it. How do we parse it? I actually need one more command, which is insert.
All the same, take me away. We're dead to the world. But this is not a dream. My mind repeats the scene. I can't forget it, and it's torture. That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. As much as I lost, once I've crossed, I found the strength to grow so much more. A whisper to a roar. No more crying. It's time for me to soar.
Turn it into a string.
Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Every little memory resting in a dream, smiling back at me. Resting in a dream. Every little memory resting in a dream, smiling back at me. Resting in a
bother testing it. I'm just gonna leave it where it is and I'll test it another day. Because this video is already way too long. 50 minutes. Alright, so I'll try some benchmarks another day.